Halo Infinite has had a rocky launch, and attrition may be one of the saving graces that brings players back into the game. In fact, it might be one of the most important modes in the game. The reason for that is because it subtly fills a space that's currently missing in Halo Infinite: high-stakes gameplay. Now you might be thinking to yourself that any competitive game mode is naturally high stakes, and while I'd agree, I'd also argue that this isn't necessarily the case for every match of Halo. Playlists like Fiesta and Action Sack are obvious examples of low-stakes gameplay, but even in certain game modes like CTF, BTB, and Oddball, the value of your Spartan's life isn't immediately obvious to your average player. In these game modes, you fight less for your life and more for control of a game object. Even in Slayer, the nature of the scoring mechanism means that as long as you're getting more kills than deaths, you're helping your team out. While it's true that dying can set you behind, it's almost never truly the end of the match. What separates these game modes from Attrition is that Attrition makes you completely aware that your Spartan's death brings you closer to defeat. You're aware that every kill you land is bringing the enemy team closer to the brink. Every gunfight, every grenade, every sidekick duel feels high stakes, because you know that both your team and you are depending on you to stay alive and keep the fight going. The high stakes are constantly in your face and people love it. In a way, it's more competitive than even ranked matches because every game feels like a fight for your life. It's the secret sauce behind games like Valorant and Counter-Strike. And more importantly, it's proof why Halo doesn't need a Battle Royale mode. You see, Battle Royale game modes work in exactly the same way as Attrition. They build up a high-stakes environment where every life is your last. But there are deep problems with trying to fit that formula to Halo's gameplay, like map size and weapon balance and vehicles, and the community knows that a BR mode would only ever be chasing a trend that isn't Halo. That's where Attrition is different. It is Halo. The golden triangle still shines here. It's not about who gets the jump on who, it's about which player can stay alive while putting down their opponents. You can still get that high stakes gameplay without a BR mode, without copying the competition, and while staying true to your roots. Time will tell if 343 and Microsoft are willing to accept that. Now the question that remains is, why wasn't this a launch mode? Lack of content is a crippling problem in Halo Infinite, and we have seen that short-term events like Tenrai and Cyber Showdown aren't enough to strengthen Halo's population. We need a feature-complete game now, so I hope that 343 isn't hiding more strong content like this. That said, this is a promising demonstration of how Halo can evolve through strong game modes, and I hope that we see more of it in the future. Good luck on your attrition games, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.